Right, I'm going live. I'm live. I think I must be live. Let me check. Yeah, let me turn the sound off over here. Welcome, you guys. Going live. No, this ain't the live. This is one of my old videos. I'm over here. My laptop is right over here. So I am looking at my laptop while I go live, and it's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the day. Well, it's not the middle of the day, it's evening, it's dinner time. And so I'm right next to the kitchen, and people are getting their food. And so my daughter is standing right there. But don't come, you come around this way if you want to say hello. So when you come in, make sure you identify yourself. Say hey.
Hi.
This is my daughter. She's wearing a winter, yeah, with the fur collar outfit.
Hi.
I don't think anybody's here yet. We're just gonna wait till people join us for this live. I just wanted to chat with you guys. I usually upload a video every Tuesday, and not Tuesday. I usually record the video on Tuesday and I upload it on Wednesday, and I also tend to upload a video on Saturday. So today I wanted to do a live for you guys since I am free, as we all are. How are you doing? How are you holding up in the midst of these interesting times that we are having? So I'm just setting this up. Welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha. I've been on YouTube for a long time. Yeah, I have 4 daughters and 1 son. My son is graduated from college already. He's going to be 23 this year. I can hardly wrap my mind around it. And I have 4 daughters. My oldest daughter is 21. So I have 21, 17. She'll be 18 in the fall. She's going to college. I have a almost 15-year-old and a 10-year-old. My youngest is 10. And so welcome to my channel. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I started off by making hair videos, and that evolved into just doing a lifestyle channel. I talk about homeschooling, I talk about parenting, I talk about hair sometimes, and whatever's going on with me. So I like these live videos because I finally get a chance to talk to you on the other side that are watching me on the other side of the camera. And I don't really know when it happened, but somewhere along the line, whenever I record a video, I'm not seeing the camera, I'm seeing the people out there. And so I really love the lives because it's an opportunity for you to talk back to me. So let's make use of this chat function. Please say hey in the chat so I could know who you are, and we can talk back and forth. But how are you holding up? How are you feeling this week? What's really good? I've got my locks down today. Typically, if you follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. On Instagram, my handle is one cherished daughter. I post a lot of pictures, and I practically post every day. I post stories and things like that. So if you want to keep track of me on a daily basis and interact with me on a daily basis, Instagram is the place to go. But if you go on Instagram, you'll always see these locks up in a bun. So I thought it was kind of fun to wear my hair down for the live today, just so you guys could see how we're living in this quarantine situation. I have so much gray hair along my hairline. All of this is gray. Well, it's salt and pepper gray. But the one thing that I have a hard time with is the fact that the gray hairs don't behave the same as, the rest of my hair. They're straighter and they tend to stick up and out of the lock, and it don't, and my own hair, natural hair color is so dark that it looks like there's a string or something in my hair that you want to pull out. And that's been my number one reason for wanting to color my gray. And recently I've come across some channels where people talk about their gray hair journey, kind of like how we talked about our natural hair journey back in the day. And I'm just curious. I know gray hair is not necessarily an age thing. I know that there are a lot of people, who have gray hair young. And so what do you guys think? There's this whole gray hair movement, the not to color your hair and to allow your hair to go gray. And I never thought gray hair would really bother me, but this bothers me, you guys. This really bothers me. I don't like how it looks along the edge of my hairline. And lately I've been wondering, is it a thing? Because I hate coloring my locks. It takes a lot of product, and I don't mind the process so much as the fact that it doesn't last very long. I feel like after putting in all of that effort, a couple of weeks later, I have to color it again. What do you think? What do you think? If you're coming in to join me, welcome. Say hey, make a comment, let me know where you're watching me from, if you're comfortable with that, or just say hello. I love these chats because it helps me to get to know, you guys better. And it also allows me to share some things that are going on with me. What is this? Week 5. Hey, Crystal. Sew and stuff. Ooh, I'm coloring mine. It bothers me too. When I get mine dyed, I feel like it takes off some years. I do hate recoloring so often. I'm in Maryland near Baltimore. Yeah, that's what really shocked me the most, Crystal. It's just that I thought it would last longer. Like, I'm perfectly willing to do it. If it could last, even if it lasted 6 weeks, I'd be good. But I feel like 2 weeks after I color my hair, it's gray again. Do you find that you could make it last longer than 2 weeks? I almost felt like I was doing something wrong. But so far, everybody who I've talked to has said that the longest that it lasts for them is like around that amount of time, 2 weeks. And I can't see myself sitting down with all of this hair. And I don't have gray all over. You said 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. See, like, I don't see myself doing that every 2 weeks. It's just too much. 2 weeks is too much for me. And, I don't like the smell of the dye. It almost reminds me of like a chemical relaxer smell, and I've even messed up my countertops with it. You said yours is all up front. That's where mine is too. Like right along my hairline, right where everybody can see it. And I love to wear my hair up in a high bun. And that's right where you can see it. Now, I don't know if it necessarily makes me look older, and how I feel about that. But the number one thing these people whose videos I've been watching on YouTube who talk about the gray hair journey, kind of like how we talk about our natural hair journey, the number one thing I hear them saying is that it doesn't age you, it just makes you, have character. But I don't know about that, because my mom, allowed her whole head to go gray, and when she colored her hair back black again, she looked like 20 years younger. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if I agree with the idea that it doesn't age you. I would feel like it ages me, but I like the idea of, flowing with what, your body's doing and embracing everything, but I don't know if I can embrace this, you guys. I don't know. What my mom came to visit and she showed me the mascara trick. I don't know if you guys have ever tried the mascara trick where she took my mascara and she kind of combed it through the gray hairs that are like along my hairline, and she said to me, you know, this is gonna rub off even in your head tie when you go to bed at night. But if you have an event or you're going somewhere and you want to get rid of the grays real quick, this works really well. And she was right. She you know, it got rid of all the gray and it looked pretty good. But you guys, I am really loving this second set of locks. I sometimes let it go a little longer. They also have hair gel in black that works for a little while. Tell me the brand and where do you get this hair gel in black? I have never seen that. I've seen some sort of touch-up product. It looks like it's in this little bottle that I thought it was marketed for Caucasian hair or straight hair, where I guess they could just apply it to their roots. But is that what you mean? But is that the gel you're talking about? Lotta Body has one. I guess I need to go to the beauty. Oh, I guess I can't go to the beauty supply store right now. Oh God, what is our life? What is going on for us right now? I immediately thought, oh, I need to run to the beauty supply store because that's the only place I've ever seen Lotta Body around here. I live in Delaware. Does Walmart sell Lotta Body or Walgreens or one of these places? I don't think I've ever seen it any place but at the Asian run beauty supply store around here anyway, which are closed. How are you guys doing with your hair products and things like that? No, I think it's just at the beauty supply. How are you doing with your beauty supplies? I don't use anything special. I wash my hair with a shampoo that I've been using for over a decade for me and the girls. I get it from Trader Joe's. It's called Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle, I think is what it's called, and I think it's a knockoff of the Giovanni Direct Triple Tea Treat or something like that. Tea Tree Tingle, something like that is called. The two products are very similar, but I've been getting mine from Trader Joe's for over a decade, and Trader Joe's has been open throughout this whole thing, so I haven't been out of shampoo, and I haven't been able to find the Fruit of the Earth aloe vera gel. That's been out of stock in Walmart for the longest, but I was able to buy a Lily of the Desert brand off of Amazon. Crystal says, I use basic stuff too, and I bought some dye at the beginning of the lockdown. I use Cream of Nature shampoo. Cream of Nature! I used to be hardcore Cream of Nature when I had a relaxer, and even at the beginning of when I transitioned from my relaxer to natural hair. So, you know, it used to give so much slip, you know, and I loved it. I loved it. But with my locks, I have to use something that doesn't leave a lot of residue because buildup is always a concern for me. And so, but I used to love Cream of Nature. Wow, that just brings me back to the old days. So lately, I've only been depending on Amazon for the stuff that I need when it comes to hair products and things like that. Are any of you guys in a state where things are starting to open up? I'm really curious about, you know, what the transition is in different places, because when I watch different YouTube channels, I notice that, you know, people are able to, you know, get around more. Like right now where we are, you know, the dentist is still closed, and I've been a little concerned about that because one of my daughters has braces. So she hasn't been having any kind of adjustments or anything like that with her braces. And I'm kind of looking forward for that to open up soon, because they put the fear of God in me not to miss my appointments, all along. It's been like a year, maybe a little over a year now. They make you feel like you can't miss your appointments. But ever since this happened, what they've been communicating is that it's okay if you go weeks, if you go a month without, having your appointments, as long as you maintain good hygiene, meaning brushing your teeth, and things like that. It kind of makes me wonder, wait, which one is it? Are you in trouble if you miss your appointments, or, is it all good? I guess they're trying to keep us safe. I mean, keep us calm, in the midst of all of this. But I've been looking for that to open up. But I missed the beauty supply store, you guys. I am so glad that before all of this happened, I bought a whole bunch of, we use a line for the girls called Aunt Jackie's. Not having it. Oh, Crystal says they canceled my 6-month appointment for the dentist too. Yeah, all of a sudden, it's all good. I knew somebody that was having sharp pain in her. I don't know why that just happened. My live was interrupted, but I was able to jump back on. So hopefully, you're laughing over here. I'm live. You want to come say hey? You over here giggling right here, right next to my camera. You want to come say hey? No, you can't sit there laughing and not come in. That's my oldest daughter. You can't sit there laughing and not come say hello to the live. Now you gotta come say hello to the live. See, we're in
Hi.
Yeah, we're in our PJs. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Courtesy of Walmart for me.
I don't even know where. Oh, Grammy bought them.
Grammy bought you. Oh, there's my other daughter. Say hey to
Hi.
the live.
Hi.
Say hey.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, they all do their own hair now. And so, it's been interesting watching them have different goals than I had when I was doing their hair. How do you like doing your hair, Anika? How do you like doing your own hair? You don't?
Nope.
You don't. You kind of wish I would take over again.
But I do kind of like being in control over it, though.
Yeah. You're in control of when it gets refreshed and things like that, because I used to have them on a rigid schedule just because I couldn't be doing hair all the time, and there's so much other things going on. But hair products, we run through hair products like it's nobody's business. And like I was saying, I am so glad that we stocked up on Jackie's. So Crystal, you know all about Aunt Jackie's. You have a daughter that's almost 11, and she just started doing her own hair. She's getting pretty good at it. Yeah, that's how old my daughter was. The one that was wearing the pink, Anika, when she started doing her own hair, she's really good at it too. And so I'm really blessed that they actually have the skill and ability to do their own hair, because I'm done. When if you go back years and look at my hair videos where I was doing their hair, now I look back. Now I'm only responsible for one person, my youngest daughter. She's 10. She's the only person's hair who I have left to do. And it seems like all I could manage is to just take care of her hair. And I look at those videos from back in the day when I was doing all 4 heads, and I literally sit there and I wonder how in the world I did it. It's like God gives you grace to handle what you have in the moment and not a thing more. So now, now that I only have one person whose hair I'm doing, that's all it seems like I can manage. That's all I feel like I can manage right now. And it's a little bit ridiculous. Yeah. The Aunt Jackie's is awesome. I feel like it does a really good job of detangling. You know, I like to put it all over their hair before I start working with it and kind of let it work through, you know, the tangles. And then when I start working on their hair, it's really awesome. What kind of styles do you do on your daughter? I mean, I used to do a lot of braids, and oh, Crystal says, I remember those videos. You helped me learn how to do my daughter's hair. Oh, so you've been here for a while. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you so much. I used to do a lot of braids, but recently, and it's not because I didn't like twists, it's because my girls' hair, I felt like their hair was always getting matted in twists. And so they were quick and easy to put in, but when it was time to take them out, thank you. You said you've been around forever. Thank you so much. But as I was saying, when it's time to take the twist out, it would just be such a nightmare because they would have so much matting. But recently I was watching a video on Girls Love Your Curls channel, and I was captivated by the way she took down her rope twist. And I know I wasn't taking down their twist that way. I was using the conventional wisdom that you work from the ends up, you know, and I would always have all these knots. And so I decided to try her version, and I uploaded a video on Saturday showing you how effective it is. And so, you know, now I'm planning to just do twists on my youngest daughter. I mean, it was so easy to take her hair down and put the twist back in. I mean, it cut down the time by more than half. It was ridiculous. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I feel like, you know, just watching and sharing what we do, you never know what's going to help somebody. You know, for me, it was all about the technique for taking it down that made all the difference in the world for me. So I'm forever grateful that Nadine put that video up, you know. There seems to be some kind of lag and delay between the answers and you know, what I'm seeing in the chat. But yeah, she's over here laughing at whatever is on her phone. In my live, you could go sit in the other room or something. There's my youngest. Come here. Let's show them your twist that I just put in. I thought I saw her behind me. Oh, here she is. Let's show the twist. How do you like the twist? How are they holding up?
They're okay.
You like how much easier it was for me to take them down and put the new set in?
Yeah, that's the only thing. They're quicker than they were before.
Than the braids. Yeah. Do you guys think she looks like me? People say that all of the time. I think she looks like my daughter, but people say she looks like me all the time. You look so funny. Oh, she does look like me. Oh, okay. Yeah, people say that all of the time. You're killing me with the fur collar, though.
What?
It's a short sleeve, short dress, but
it's actually not that warm.
Oh,
like the collar isn't warm because like there's like a fabric under here that's cool.
Okay.
So it doesn't feel warm at all.
So we're doing things very differently right now with the with us being at home. In the beginning, I was trying to enforce normalcy by maintaining our routines and our schedules and everything like that. And then I realized that things are not normal and that it's not right to, I don't want to say not right. For us, I felt like we'd be robbed by just moving forward because we homeschool, we're used to being home. There's a lot of adjustments that we didn't necessarily have to make. I felt like we would be remiss not to take advantage of some things about this unique situation. And there is an underlying stress that we're all experiencing, even the kids. And so I wanted to make something special. So one thing that we're doing differently that we never did before, we don't usually typically do, is we're allowing more media than we typically allow. And so every night we've had movie night, family movie night. And that's very different for us. We tend to do that kind of thing starting on Friday through Sunday. But now we're allowing it. And so I'm about to end this live because it's time to start our movie night. Every night, a different family member chooses what movie we're going to watch. And then we have this unspoken rule, because with 7 people, there's always going to be somebody's choice that somebody doesn't like. And so we've said there's this unspoken rule that, you know, when it's, you at least get your night when you choose, you know, it's going to be something you really want to watch, but on the other nights you have to be gracious to the other people. And we also have a rule that we can't choose anything that my youngest can't watch. And so it's been really interesting trying to find stuff that all of us will be interested in when it's such a wide age group. But it's also been kind of fun. It's kind of fun to even hate watch some things. And so, you know, I think when this is all over, I also want my kids to have things that they remember happily about what we did. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun. The only thing that's not fun is all the treats that you know, when you're watching movies and things like that, you're used to eating popcorn and sweets and treats and stuff like that. You know, I've been okay because I've taken a lot of that stuff, you know, out of my diet, and I have alternatives that work for me without making me gain and, you know, all that extra weight. But I don't know how true that is for everybody else in the family. And so what do they call it? Quarantine 15? I don't know. I'm concerned about that because people have been waxing Betty Crocker up in this house, you know, with all of the treats and things like that. So it's been really good to hang out with you guys. I just wanted to check in and say hey. And so I thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm really honored. So I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.